Welcome back, everyone. We love that you're joining us on Indy Style this morning. Like I said, hey, if you hate thinking about your gutters, you're not alone, but we have the perfect person to help us with some solutions this morning. This is Ken Avancic. He's a dealer with Gutter Helmet of Central Indiana. Ken, thanks so much for coming on.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And as we were just talking about, you and I, that this is something that we all hate thinking about, but we need to, and sometimes we don't think about our gutters until they get too bad. Is that what you see?
Exactly. People ignore it. It's got to be one of the nastiest jobs in the world. Maybe cleaning out your septic tank might be worse, but
okay.
But people ignore it, and by the time they notice a problem, it's a major problem.
Yeah, and what are some suggestions that you have? Why do our gutters get so bad? I mean, I always think of leaves, but you mentioned all the spring seeds.
Well, this time of year, it's the small debris that we're trying to prevent from clogging up your gutters. You got the maple seeds, which are commonly known as whirlybirds or helicopters.
I like that.
And you have the cottonwood seeds, which are...
Now, Ken, that's what I have in my yard. We have 2 cottonwood trees. We just moved in a couple years ago. In the late spring, it looks like a snow globe.
Snowmageddon in the summertime.
That's it. So those, what damage do those do in the gutter?
Well, they build up. I mean, they'll wash through one at a time, but when you get a million of them,
yep, which is what we have,
they're going to start clogging up right at the downspout, and then your gutters overflow. It backs up behind your gutter, and that's the fascia board, which the gutter is mounted to. That starts to rot out. But the most important problem that it causes is your foundation, because all the gutters are trying to do is carry the water away from your foundation. And if your gutters are clogged, they're not going to drain properly, and all that water is going to go right next to your foundation. You end up with wet basements, wet crawl spaces, rotted floors, and by the time people notice that, then they have a major problem.
So our fellow procrastinators, like myself, don't often think about the foundation of our homes. What do you suggest?
Well, obviously, I suggest Gutter Helmet.
Of course you do. First of all, I love the name. What Gutter Helmet? Tell me why that name.
Well, it does look like a helmet if you take a shot of that. It mounts over your existing gutters. We do not modify the gutters. Gutters were invented a long time ago, and they work just fine. But they require maintenance, and cleaning them out is not a fun job.
No.
And usually we ignore the gutters because it's not something you see every day.
Sure.
Nobody looks in their gutters. And by the time it's time to clean them out, you stick your hand in all that nasty gunk. And once all that builds up, then that's going to attract other things that we don't want in our gutters, like pests and rodents and birds and whatnot. So, and most people will not clean their gutters out often enough. And you got to understand, if you're having a problem with small debris on this time of year, what's going to happen in October,
fall,
November,
does that mean bad things for the fall are coming?
Oh, exactly, because the leaves are going to come down. Right now, not a whole lot of leaves are falling right now, but it's these small things that are causing the problem. So you can just about guarantee you're going to have more of a major problem in the fall if you have a problem already in the spring, in the summer.
Yeah, so how do people get connected with you and schedule an appointment, and what are you doing right now?
Well, the easiest way is you can go online to gutterhelmetindy.com. That's gutterhelmetindy.com. Or our local phone number is 317-485-7330. We also have an 800 number, which I keep forgetting, but I'm sure you'll post it on the TV.
We sure can. So tell me, you guys come out and do you do an assessment and tell us what everything's going to be like?
Exactly.
Okay.
We are following all the COVID guidelines for no contact. But our salesman will come out and we will evaluate your home. Every job is more or less a custom job. We will also do a partial. Some people don't need their whole house done. They have a problem area. Well, we can take care of that. But we look at their situation, ask them about any problems that they've noticed. How many people stand outside their home when it's pouring down rain to look at what their gutters are doing?
But you guys have the eyes that we don't. So thank you for the solutions that you provided. I think it's Gutter Therapy by Gutter Helmet. So we can get more information. Remind us of that website again.
That website is gutterhelmetindy, that's INDY.com.
We've got it right there. Thank you so much, Ken. We appreciate that.